Hello, fellow hopefuls. Let's start today with a question. Do you believe in God? You can post your answer really fast on that one because it's just yes or no. So post your answer in the comments, and I'm not even going to give you a second to do that. Hello, my name is Micah Hallery. I am a former pastor, a current teacher, and a future YouTuber. And here's a nugget for today. Well, it's Theology Tuesday. No, that's not a thing. Don't get expectations that there's going to be some theology video on Tuesdays. That's just, I'm making it up. It's like Taco Tuesday. It doesn't really mean anything. Okay, so proof for God's existence. That sounds like clickbait to me. I'm not going to prove God's existence today, but I'm going to give you some evidence you've probably never considered before. Now, what are some evidences that we can use to justify our belief in God? I'm not going to say proof because truth is there is no proof for God. But first of all, my favorite is the complexity of life. Now, I've studied biology, microbiology, micro neuroscience stuff. I mean, we are beyond complicated. I just cannot believe that this happened by accident. So that's a good reason for me. Miracles are great reasons too, where the laws of physics just go out the window. It's a good excuse to believe in God. But have you ever thought that stupid people would be a good evidence for God's existence? Well, let me show you why that works. First of all, the Bible has predicted a lot of things, not just about Jesus. I mean, things that happened. I mean, the Bible predicted Alexander the Great, for crying out loud, and a bunch of other things, fall of various nations, the rise of certain nations. I mean, that's happened a lot. But its description of human nature is spot on, beyond what people really thought up until probably 20 years ago. Let me show you what I mean. First of all, negativity bias. We didn't know this was a thing until fairly recent, but the human brain has a tendency to focus on negativity more, as well as to make negative things seem more important than positive things. That sucks because, especially for people who have mental health issues, it's hard enough for us to be positive without our brain, taking the positive and going, oh, this isn't very important. Oh, this negative thing. Oh, look how important this is. That's really, that's sucky. That just sucks. And that's part of the process of the human brain. Now, it's a survival technique. I understand why it's there, but it makes it really hard on everyone else. And the Bible talks about the broken human nature being focused on negativity. Which I love, that it came up with that long before we realized it. The second thing is similar. It's the nature of sin. And this is another broken human nature issue. But I've always said that sin is an overabundance of something good. So like, for example, I like to eat, but I also like to overeat. Now, my body tells me to eat food to survive, and that's great. But I eat more food than I need, and am going to have heart issues and cholesterol issues and, diabetes. I'm not going to have those things. I'm just saying I could because of overeating. Sex is the same thing. Sex is good. It's good for us to do it. But when we overdo it, it's hard on our psyche. It's hard on our relationships. Getting acceptance from other people is fantastic. We need that, but we can overdo it where we, make it our main purpose in life, and it ends up ruining relationships. And so we take good things and turn them into bad things. That sounds like a broken nature to me, because God created all of these things for us. Why would we overdo it? And biologically speaking, what sort of, evolutionary process would create a creature that's self-destructive without destroying the creature? Now, that doesn't even make sense. And you could argue, well, humans haven't had time to have this, self-destructive nature destroy the species. No. I'm sorry, Gene Roddenberry, it's not going to happen. We're not going to get rid of the, broken side of us. It's part of who we are. It's always been part of who we are. And if you're not sure, Gene Roddenberry was the guy who created Star Trek. He was a big evolutionary, social evolutionist. The third one is judgment. Why are we so concerned with other people's business? Why do we feel like we have to have an opinion on celebrity gossip? Why do we have to have an opinion on every moral issue? It's because we love to judge people. We love to judge people. And that sounds like the tree of the knowledge of good and evil to me. We're so focused on what's right and what's wrong in judging other people, but not so focused on what actually brings life. That's that theology of the two trees, where the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is about right and wrong, and the other is the tree of life, and it's about Jesus. And so, that's clearly part of the human nature based on eating the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Well, eating the fruit. I don't think they ate the tree back in the Garden of Eden, which the Bible explains. So, it's true that Moses may have just been super advanced in psychology and sociology. Or maybe it was because the book was inspired by the one who invented it all and understood human nature from a very intimate perspective and was able to put those things in there so that we could see them at the time and later and go, oh my gosh, this book is genius. And not only that, but no other religion ever sets it up quite like that. Most religions have, for example, Buddhism is a great example. Buddhism said that suffering is here because of desires. I'd say that's at least mostly true. I think there's probably other reasons as well, but most suffering does come from our own desires, but it's fixable. You can fix it. You just have to do these things to get rid of it. And all the other religions are the same way too. Do these things and you can become a god. Do these things and you can get rid of, the suffering in your life or the life of others. And even pseudo-Christian religions will do the same thing. Christianity is the only one that says it's who you are. You're just broken. You can't fix it. And that's what we see in reality, the inability to fix it. Well, that's it for today. Don't forget to answer today's question. It's easy. It's simple. Do you believe in God? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, post a comment in the comments down below. Other than yes, you can tell me something. Maybe you have other reasons why you believe in God. Post that down there. You want to insult me? It's a great time to do that. Post that in the comments. All of it helps the algorithm and helps promote the channel. But also share the video. Share it on your social media pages because other people need this information too. They need to be encouraged by it as well. You can join me on Instagram and Facebook. Go to my website, hopebeyondhype.com, and you can find links to all my social media there. And that's today's Hope. See you guys next time.